All right, so I'm going to go ahead and jump right in to the next week. And this time we're going to talk about the pectoralis minor as well as the pectoralis major. So the pectoralis minor, the origin is at a little bone called the coracoid process. And we'll touch upon that later once we get into the rotator cuffs. But anyways, it's like a little, I think it's named after a bird beak or something like that, but it kind of sticks out a little bit. And that's where the pectoralis minor, the origin is. I think somewhere in there, if you play around, you could kind of feel it protruding out. But what's important with the pectoralis minor, you may think that there's nothing really exciting about it, but it has a very big purpose, and it helps in respiration. So if you engage the middle fibers of the trapezius, remember last week we talked about the trapezius, simply draw the shoulder blades together, and it also works with the rhomboids. So they team up and they draw the shoulder blades together. And then you contract the lower fibers of the trapezius, and that draws the shoulders down the back. So now that's exposing the pectoralis major and minor a little bit more. So when you go into three-part yogic breathing, the last very bit of the breath, you could actually use the pectoralis minor to help get the last bit of breath in. So simply sit comfortably, let the eyes softly close, and start to divide your breath into three parts. First part belly, second part ribs, last part chest. And when you exhale, breathe out chest, ribs, and lastly the belly. So again, middle fibers of the trapezius drawing together, and the lower fibers drawing the shoulders down. So on your next inhale, breathe a third into your belly, third into the chest, and then maybe you're able to draw the shoulders down a little bit more and kind of squeeze the pectoralis minor, and that helps to lift the chest up that tiny little extra bit. And then exhale all the way down and out. So there you go, pectoralis minor. Now the pectoralis major, it is a pretty strong muscle. It helps to adduct the arms. So he talks in here about chaturanga. So squeezing those elbows in. And key purposes of chaturanga, strengthening the upper arms, but also keeping balance in the body. So you're not overdoing anything all at once. And again, mainly that's hatha yoga, having the balance front to back. So with the chaturanga and the pectoralis major muscles, and you can find this on Dr. Ray Long's blog, bandhayoga.com, and on that site he has the blog. For those that are new and have weak chest muscles, you could do this standing at a wall, or simply using a block. You want to first just come into a low, I'd like to start out with low plank, so I could have a lot more control of my body. And I see a lot of times people doing chaturanga, lifting their tailbone up, but that actually hyperextends the lumbar spine. So that's not actually helping you any. It may feel a little bit more floaty, but it's not helping you to stabilize your body. So again, you want to bring about balance. So from here, contract the abdominals pretty good. And then engage the buttocks, so you have the tailbone tucking under. And shortly we'll get into what is called the serratus anterior. Basically think of puffing the ribs out to the side. That brings the spine more into alignment. And then looking down at the floor, Shoulders down the back, so lower fibers of the trapezius. Abdominals engaged, pelvic floor lifting. Taking a breath in, and then as you exhale, elbows in. So there's your pectoralis major working. And just try to kiss the block, and then go ahead, press back up. So a lot of control, a lot of strength, and that helps to build up. Now, if you're not able to do this because it is challenging, even with the knees on the floor, if you're not able to do it, simply do it at the wall. You're going to be able to build up muscle strength and keep the body in a better alignment than you would be lying down. So the other things that the pectoralis major does, it helps you to flow better from down dog into up dog. Because many times you may see, or even you notice on yourself, that the elbows wing out. So when the elbows wing out, that puts more pressure on the shoulders, more pressure on the wrists, and if it becomes uncomfortable, are you going to keep doing it? Your ego may, but you probably really shouldn't. So simply bringing awareness into the body, coming into down dog, trapezius minor muscles engaged, or I'm sorry, lower fibers of the trapezius engaged. And then inhale, tuck tailbone, shift into plank. And pectoralis major muscles engaged, abdominals, rhomboids. And then inhale, pressing up, up dog, middle fibers, trapezius engaged. And then exhale, maybe pressing back into down dog. So go ahead and try that out a couple of times. But making sure you're doing it more proper alignment than you would be otherwise, because you want to maintain balance in your life. Not only for today, but balance in the future. So I hope you enjoy working with the pectoralis major as well as pectoralis minor. Thank you.